Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wawa. I am a 9-to-5 hustler and also a productivity nerd. Today I am going to bring you together with me to answer the questions that we usually ask ourselves very often. Where does our time go? There will be 3 pointers that we'll cover here. The first one is to find out about what is on our calendar and also identifying what is the meaningful and non-meaningful things that is on the calendar. And the third thing is we will cover things around retrospective so that we could have that mindset shift and able to make a better action plan from tomorrow onwards. So let's get to it. So you felt like you're falling behind from everyone in your life. You felt like everyone else's life seems to be more advanced than you. You felt like their time is filled with something more useful, filled with something more meaningful and productive. Okay, here's the deal. I'm here to tell you that you have 24 hours a day. And the reason why we feel stuck when we see other people accomplish more is because we don't know what we do with our time. And then we're always circling back to ask ourselves what we've been doing in our lives. One way to find out about this is to track your time. How do you do this is depending entirely up to you. You have ways to track it on a notebook. Go ahead if you want to. Or you just have to track it on a Google Calendar. For me, I love Google Calendar because it allows me to see a view of my time within a week or in a month. Once you start tracking your time in a week or several days, you'll be surprised of how much time you spend on Netflix, you spend time on scrolling on social media, you spend time taking a nap, and it can be such an eye-opener to see the ridiculous amount of time that you have spent for this kind of thing. You don't even know that you're doing it until you see it on a calendar. Like, what? I could have used that time to do something else more useful. So now that we've tracked the time on what is on the calendar, it's very, very important for us to know that procrastination exponentiates. So if you procrastinate on something, you will continue to procrastinate on something else. And when you do that, you will procrastinate on something else even more. And at the end of the day, you realize that there's a bunch of stuff that is taking over and untouched and it's not done by the end of the day, and it will accumulate. Once you have all of this information, right, this is where we're going to deep dive into more details. Now you know what are the meaningful and non-meaningful stuff that is on your calendar. I hope I don't have to spell it out for you. Non-meaningful equivalent to procrastinations, right? This is the second stage. So bear in mind that the definitions of this term are depending on where you are in your life and also reflects your value and your priorities. So in this context, non-negotiable for me is an appointment and stuff that I have to do every day. For example, in my context, I am a 9-to-5 worker. I have to show at work 9 to 5. I have to sleep 7 to 8 hours a day. And I also need to clean my own laundry. I have to do my own laundry because without me doing my laundry, I don't have clothes to wear. And if I don't show up to work, I can't pay my bill. So that's non-negotiable for me. While the negotiable for me is something that are still important, still could be meaningful for me in my everyday life, but it can be moved around in the calendar and delayed. Like for example, working out, hobby, reading time, social time with people around, etc, etc. Now you gotta be brutally honest with yourself to analyze what you want to do next. And the next step is to ask yourself, what do I want to do? What do I want to fill up my time with next? And think of the meaningful things that you want to do to improve yourself, like the quality of time that you want to improve. For example, in a work context, it could be sketching because you need to be good at sketching because you could present a better report if designing is part of your role. or you want to bake muffin, you want to learn how to bake muffin, and you want to make time for it because you want to eat healthy muffin that you bake yourself. That could be the reason. Or reading those books that's lying in the shelf for a year and untouched. Maybe it's about time to pick up one and read at least a page a day. You decide. So I want you to remember that this conversation is private. It's just you, yourself, and your calendar. When you do this, you can be absolutely honest with yourself because no one else is there to judge you or make a decision for you. Identifying what is really in your calendar will make us or you see how you spend your time all this while. You can see the repetitive habit that you want to continue doing or you want to stop doing, and because of that you'll be able to justify the loads of ridiculous time or ridiculous things that you have spent on things that wouldn't matter or gonna bring you closer to your goals. Okay, knowing where your time has gone through the time tracking and Google Calendar is very essential because it's gonna help you make a deliberative choices which gonna reflect of what you want to achieve in the future. We'll always can talk about time blocking or time schedule, which I'm gonna cover it anyway in my next video, but I think these 3 steps are a very important steps before you jump right into planning your next move. You gotta understand where you are with your mental, you gotta understand where you are with your motivation, and see what are the things that you can compensate or you can stop doing because it's not meaningful and it's not gonna help you to bring you closer to your goal. And with that, I'm gonna end this video, and I hope that it is useful for you. Till then, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye. Hey guys. Those procrastination, I can't even pronounce it, like, stop clapping. So that's all so that is all for this week. I want you to come back, we will, so that is all